Unit 8. New Life in Old Cities. Lesson 1. Planning for Our Future. Page 17. Exercise 2. Listen and repeat.
Countryside. Facilities. Growth. Construction. Population. City planning.
Lesson 1. New Life in Old Cities. Page 17. Exercise 4. Now listen and complete the text using the words in bold from Exercise 1.
Planning for our future. City planning is very important for small cities in Egypt. It helps city leaders decide how to use land. As the population grows and more people need to live in cities, planning helps towns and cities plan carefully to make sure that all the new people have a good place to live. One part of city planning is building new homes, schools, and parks. Construction is important. With more people moving to cities, we need more houses. Town and city planners must make sure that new homes are safe for the community. Another important job is creating hospitals, shops, and other community areas and thinking about where to put them. These facilities help improve the quality of life for the people who live there. For example, parks provide a place for families to relax and play, and schools are needed for education. Many small cities are near beautiful open areas. City planning thinks carefully about the countryside. We need to protect the environment in these spaces as well as build homes and facilities for future population growth. This way, we can keep the environment healthy and provide a nice place for people to enjoy nature. So city planning is very important for all small cities, not just in Egypt, but everywhere. By planning carefully, cities can become better places to live in and respect the countryside at the same time.
Lesson 2. Helping Out. Page 18. Exercise 1. Read and listen to 3 blog posts about students helping out at different places. Match who or what they helped, 1 to 3, to the blog posts, A to C.
Last summer, I volunteered at the zoo every weekend through our school volunteer program. I was so excited because I love animals, but I was also nervous about meeting new people. Everyone was friendly though. I started by feeding the monkeys. They were very playful. Here's a photo I took of them. I also helped clean the lions' enclosure. The lions were usually lying in the sun. By the end of the summer, I felt proud. Not only did I get to help the animals, but I also learned a lot about animal care and made new friends. Saying goodbye to my new friends was hard, but we promised to keep in touch and do it again next year. Elias, Salzburg, Austria.
Last week, I volunteered at the museum with my school history club. I love history and helping people, so I was excited. On Saturday, we arrived at 8 a.m. before the museum opened and helped make some museum displays. Then the museum opened. Not long after that, I saw a group of younger kids who needed some help. I helped them draw pictures of their favorite artifacts. Some kids were shy at first, but when they started coloring, they became more confident. By the end of the day, I realized how much I loved helping others discover history. I can't wait to volunteer again. Lamis, Egypt.
Last term, our class spent an amazing day volunteering at a national park. On Saturday, we left really early. The sun was still rising. We drove to the park in our school bus and met the park organizers. Our first job was to clean up the hiking path. There was so much to do. We were still picking up trash at lunchtime. All the trash made me sad, but it also felt great to do something to keep the park beautiful. I learned that our park is home to some important birds, and in the afternoon, we built birdhouses. At the end of the day, the park organizers told us that our work helps protect the wildlife and the environment. Alex, Canada.
Lesson 3. Towns and Cities Around the World. Page 20. Exercise 1. Read and listen to the dialogue. Check the issues that Shoruk and Farida mention.
Hey, Farida. How's your new life in Europe?
Hi, it's okay. But I just went to the basketball court and it's closed. There was a sign saying it isn't safe. Now there is nowhere to play basketball.
Oh, no. Here we have a similar problem. The population is growing every year. They're building new apartment buildings everywhere, which is great, but they're building on the open spaces. I wish we had more parks to hang out in.
Exactly. I want to meet new friends, so I went to the local community center. It's really old and outdated and doesn't offer many activities for teens.
That's frustrating. It sounds like you need better facilities. The thing that bothers me is that people are using their cars too much in the city and park their cars on the sidewalk.
There needs to be a better solution, like more subway stations or more underground parking. You know what? I think we need to study city planning at college and put things right.
Good idea.
Lesson 4. Then and Now. Page 22. Exercise 2. Listen and check your answer to Exercise 1.
Thank you for talking to me today for our school newspaper. We would love to hear about what the food market was like in the past. How has it changed over the years?
Well, my stall has been here in this street market for 25 years. Back then, the market was much smaller, and it had a small community feel. While I was selling food, people came over to talk, not just buy food. When they were shopping, customers always stopped to have a conversation. People's lives are so busy now, that doesn't happen as much.
It sounds like it was wonderful. What about the things you sell? Are they the same now as they were then?
Well, back then, every day we were bringing food from farms in the countryside nearby. everything was fresh. But when the larger grocery stores and supermarkets appeared, everything changed. We lost our customers while the supermarkets were making lots of money. People were choosing faster ways of shopping while their lives were getting busier.
So, did the market get smaller?
Well, no. In fact, it got bigger. There are more tourists now, and they come to see the traditional market. We were only selling fresh food when the tourists first arrived. Now, we also sell souvenirs. This means that we are now selling more, which is good for everyone.
What do you think the future holds for the market?
I believe the market will continue to grow. As long as we're able to change with the times, I think we'll find new ways to sell to customers and make our customers happy.
Thank you for sharing your memories. It's clear that the market has a rich history.
Thank you. Now, would you like to try some oranges?
Lesson 4. Then and Now. Page 22. Exercise 5. Complete the sentences with when or while. Listen and check. Which sentence has a comma?
We were only selling fresh food when the tourists first arrived. While I was selling food, people came over to talk, not just buy food.
Lesson 5. Literature. Page 24. Exercise 2. Read and listen to the story. Check the best title for the story.
In the new city, twins Adam and Amira lived in a small apartment on the top floor of a tall building. Outside in the city were the sounds of cars and the noise of the construction of new apartment buildings and facilities. One sunny Saturday, Amira and Adam wanted to explore their neighborhood. "Let's see what's happening at the park," Amira suggested to their parents with excitement. The park was across the street, and they often played there on Saturday mornings. But today, they wanted to see the new playground that was under construction. As they walked along with their parents, they noticed the busy workers setting up swings and slides. "Wow, look at that!" Adam shouted, pointing at a giant climbing structure. "I can't wait to try it out." When they reached the park gates, they found a small crowd of people looking at the construction through the gates. They wanted to find out what was going on, so the twins went to the front. A friendly worker named Mr. Ragab noticed them and smiled. "Hey there, do you want to see how we build playgrounds?" Amira and Adam nodded with excitement. Mr. Ragab explained the process of construction, showing them how they carefully put each piece to make sure it was both safe and fun. The twins were fascinated. They learned about teamwork, planning, and the importance of creating spaces for everyone to enjoy. After the playground construction was finished and safe, Mr. Ragab invited families to help with a small task. "We need to paint the benches. Would you like to help?" The twins looked at each other and agreed. The family spent an hour painting bright colors on the benches, laughing and chatting with the other volunteers. Amira and Adam stepped back to look at their work. The new benches looked wonderful and bright.
We did a good job,
Adam said. Amira agreed. Her heart was full of happiness. We can be proud that we helped make our city better. On their way home, the twins and their parents talked about how important it was to contribute to their community.
Today, I understood that it's not just about having fun at the park,
Amira said.
It's about making it a nice place for everyone, too.
That night, as they lay in bed, the twins realized that even small actions make big changes. They felt part of a community, and that meant working together to create a better place for everyone.